So starting in a lay down on the mat or bed or wherever it is that you're practicing this evening. And just finding a place where you can feel a point of contact in the back of the body into the earth. So option to have your knees bent, or option to let the legs go straight. And if they're straight, just let the feet be a little bit wide apart from each other. So you've got a little bit of an opening in the hip. And then closing down the eyes. And before we start the practice, as always with Yin, just taking a moment to just arrive onto the mat and into the practice. So letting the eyelids be heavy. And just starting to notice where your awareness is this evening before we start to practice. So before we start to do a deeply relaxed practice, just start to notice if you've got any thoughts in the mind. If you've got any thoughts of the future or maybe thoughts of the past, just start to notice. Just bring your awareness gently to the body. And then just start to notice the energy in the body. Start to notice the temperature on the skin. Start to notice the natural rate of the breath as it comes in and out of the body. And then with the arms, just letting the arms fall either side of the body and being heavy onto the floor. And just start to lengthen the breath, taking a deep breath in through the nose and then out through the nose as well. So almost as if you're trying to slow down the breath in slow motion, lengthening the inhale through the nose and out through the nose. And then option here to set an intention for the next hour. So this is your practice. It's your body, it's your mind, it's your heart, your soul. So just starting to check in with what is your purpose and intention with this class this evening. What energy you bring into the class that you maybe want to release. What tension in the body you bring in that you maybe want to sit with and see if you can soften. And if you're not sure on a particular intention, then you can work on the intention that I'm setting for the class as a group to really release any tension that's held in the legs so that we can start to create a really deep sense of grounding for a restful sleep this evening. So putting the body into the parasympathetic nervous system so that we're deeply relaxed and in a state of healing. And then stay and lay down. If you've got straight legs, just putting a gentle bend into the knees now. And I want you to see if you can walk your shoulders away from the ears. So keeping the spine on the ground, just walk the shoulders away from the ears to see if you can get a little bit more space in the back of the neck. And then walk the feet as close to the body as you can. And then you're going to walk the feet away from each other. So heels as close to the bum as you can, but walk the feet away. So about that width distance or maybe a little bit more. And then let the knees fall into the centre line. So feet are wide, knees are together. And then you're going to place both hands on top of the belly button. If that's uncomfortable, you can put them on the sides of the body, kind of where the ribs are. And then we're just going to start to connect in deeper with the breath. So with the eyes closed still, let's take a deep breath into the nose. Count to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you feel that belly rise. And then on the exhale, just feel the belly fall and just surrender the body to the earth a little bit more. And again, inhale deeply, feel the belly rise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then on the exhale, just let the breath fall out of the body naturally. Try not to force it out. Inhale deeply for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, release. Continuing with this at your own pace. See if you can continue with the count of 5 on the inhale. Or maybe even challenging yourself with taking it to 6 or 7. And then on the exhale, just letting the hands sink into the belly button and letting the body really surrender to the earth a little bit more. Preparing your body for the state of relaxation by prolonging the inhale in. And just release a little bit more on the exhale. Connecting to your breath so much so that you are leading your own practice. Try not to wait for instructions of the breath. Try and just go with what feels right for you. Taking one more round of breath, deep inhaling through the nose. And then exhale out. Then you're going to walk the feet to meet each other. So feet together. And then you're going to take the right foot towards the sky. And for now, we're just going to start to circle that right ankle. So gently easing our way into the deeper stretches this evening, placing the right foot down. And then straightening the left foot and then just starting to circle that as well. So we're just going to check in with any tension in the legs this evening. So placing the left foot down. Right foot's going to go to the sky. Hands are going to be either side of the body with the palms faced towards the earth. And then I just want us to straighten that right leg as much as we can. It might not get perfectly straight, but so much straight enough that you can feel a stretch in the back of the right leg. Once you can feel that stretch, you're going to gently relax the shoulders into the mat. You're going to close the eyes and you're just going to hold here and breathe. Noticing the more you breathe, the more the body softens into the stretch. Taking 2 more deep breaths here, noticing any urge that the mind's telling you to move on to the next thing already. Just sit here for 1 more breath. And then gently release that right foot down towards the ground. And then straighten the left foot towards the sky. Again, we're just checking in before we start to do deep stretches. So straightening that left leg. Noticing at what point the back of the left thigh starts to have a nice stretch. And then holding here and relaxing, making sure the shoulders are soft. The back is completely surrendered to the earth. We're not active in the upper body at all. We're just completely heavy. Holding that straight left leg and just breathing for 2 breaths. And then gently back down. Then you're going to take both feet up together. Straighten both legs as much as you can. Again, it doesn't need to be perfectly straight, but so that you can feel a stretch in the back of both legs. And then just start to circle the ankles. And then placing the knees closer towards the chest. Now you're going to grab hold of the knees and let's just start to rock from side to side. So rocking left and right, starting to give the back of the hips and the lower back a bit of a massage. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring the knees as close to the chest as you can. Option to cross the left foot over the right ankle or keep the feet together, whichever feels best for you. And then you're going to see if you can bring the knees as close to the chest as you can. And then using the hands, you're going to see if you can take the right hand on the left knee. And then you're going to let the knees fall over to the right. The left hand's going to go out to the side and you're going to gently look to the left. If looking to the left causes you any pain in the back of the neck, then please just keep to look towards the sky with the eyes closed. And then option to place a cushion underneath them knees so that it kind of captures it if you can't quite get to the ground. And then just releasing the knees. If you need to release the ankles, you can do. And then letting the right hand come out to the side as well. So we're in like a T shape. Again, option with the neck to look towards the sky or look to the left for a bit of a deeper twist. And then see if you can really surrender the knees over to the right. So we're going to hold here for quite a few breaths. So finding a place where you can completely let the body be heavy. Coming back to the breath, taking deep breaths in through the nose. Keeping the lips shut. And then exhaling through the nose as well. So really creating that juicy, relaxed feeling by prolonging the inhale through the nose, keeping the eyes closed. And then the exhale, just let them knees relax a little bit further over to the right. As you continue to do this, take deep breaths in and out through the nose. Just start to bring your awareness to the left hip. As it completely surrenders over, getting a twist in the side body, twist in the hip. If your awareness starts to go off into thoughts, just bring it back to the breath. Training the mind, discipline to come back to what we're focusing on. We're going to hold here for 5 more breaths. So really letting the back of the body surrender to the earth. Let the knees fall to the right as much as you can and continue for a few more deep breaths. Bringing your awareness to the left side body as you just create a little bit more space with every breath for the last couple of rounds. Using the breath for 1 more breath. And then only when you're ready on the exhale, if you're looking to the left, the first thing you're going to do is look towards the sky so you've got a neutral spine with the neck. And then you're going to use the hands to bring the knees back up the centre. Before we go to the opposite side, just start to take some big circles with the knees. So bring the knees towards you and then away from you, nice big circles. And then when you're ready, bringing the knees together. Again, option to place one ankle over the other, so be right over left this time. And then bringing the knees as close as you can to get a deeper twist. Use the left hand on the right knee. And then let's just let our knees fall over to the left. You can kind of scoot the hips a bit more to the right if you need to create a little bit more space. And then let the knees fall out. Arms are out like a T. You're going to look to the right arm. Again, any pain in the back of the neck or any pinching, you're going to look towards the sky. Cushion to go under the knees if you need to. And then just hold it here with the eyes closed and just surrender into the pose with some deep inhalations through the nose. And then as you exhale, just surrender up any tension in the body, just let it go. Give your body that moment to just be completely heavy. Let gravity, let the knees fall over to the left and feel that stretch in the right hip. Acknowledging that the deeper we breathe, the more we'll get from the stretches. So really focusing on the long inhale through the nose and out through the nose. Staying here for 5 more deep breaths. So really using the breath nice and slow to just create a little bit more space with the hips heavy over to the left. Create that last little bit of space with the last few breaths. And then again, only when you're ready, no rush after the next exhale. Head comes back to the sky first of all, then using the hands with the knees, just going back and starting to take them circles again. And then this time we're going to place the feet back down towards the air. And then you're going to see if you can lift the hips off the ground and just place the hands at the back of the bum. So back of the hips, just come down onto the back of the hands. The palms are faced towards the air. And for a second, we're just going to connect here back into the breath. So keeping the eyes closed. Take a deep breath in through the nose, the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the top of the breath, you're going to hold. You're going to feel the muscles around the ribs, the stomach, and the chest. Hold that breath in. And then on the exhale, you're going to let the hips be heavy into the hands. And again, inhale in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath at the top. Send that oxygen to every part of the body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. And then as you exhale, just let the body sink a little bit more into the back of the hands. Last one, deep inhale in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath, soften the shoulders, soften the throat. And exhale, release, gently lift the hips, take the hands out. And then just take the hands towards the sky, just start to circle the wrists. And then taking the knees above the hips, and then the feet in line with the knees. So we're in kind of like a dead bug pose, like a table, reverse tabletop or reverse, where we go do cat-cow. And then we're just going to start to, on the inhale, straighten the legs in front of you and take the arms behind you. And then on the exhale, bring it back. Inhale, straighten the legs and arms out. And then exhale back. Starting to just wake the body up a little bit before we go to the more passive poses. So just doing a couple of these at your own pace. You don't need to move much. You can just move a little bit just to start to wake the body up. And then when you're ready, bring the hands to the knees. Let the knees fall over to the right. And then tuck yourself up into a little ball on the side, to the right of the body. And then only when you're ready, using a hand, you're going to push yourself up. And you're going to come to a seated position. So whatever that means for you, whether it's cross legs, whether your legs are in front, whether you're sitting on your knees, there's no right or wrong way to do it, only what's right for your body. So finding a comfortable seated position where you've got a nice long spine. So making sure that the chest is kind of shining up. We don't want the shoulders round and forward. We're going to make sure the shoulders are down and back. Hands are going to come to the knees, and we're going to place the palms face towards the sky. So really soft in the hands, kind of a little bit of a bend in the knuckle. And then you're going to bring the fingers towards the palms and kind of bend the knuckles so much so that the thumb can wrap over the knuckles. So as if the fingertips are coming in towards the palms and then the thumb is wrapping over. So making a little fist with the hands, and then just relax the hands and the arms into the top of the knees. Close down the eyes, and then you're just going to start to rock left and right. You can keep the eyes open if you feel a little bit dizzy, but see if you can rock left to right with the spine, And then you're going to see if you can find your equilibrium point right in the middle. Find the point in the center where from the top of the head to the coccyx, the tailbone feels as if it's in a perfectly straight line. And then I want you to see if you can lengthen the spine a little bit taller towards the sky. Sitting nice and tall, but drop the shoulders away from the knees. And we're just going to do a body meditation before we continue with the poses. So we're just going to start to check in with the body from the top of the head. With your eyes closed, just imagine you've got a torch and you just start to scan through every part of the forehead. And every time you look into the little parts of the forehead and the back of the head, the top of the head, the scalp, by bringing our awareness there, we're giving the body permission to stop and restore. So bringing your awareness to the eyebrows can relax and restore. Bringing your awareness to the eyes, the cheekbones, the nose. Bringing your awareness to the jawline, giving the jaw permission to just completely relax and restore. Bringing your awareness to the tongue, the back of the mouth. Bringing your awareness down to the throat, just soften any muscles in the throat. Soften the back of the neck, soften the shoulders, let them be heavy. Soften the forearms, the elbow, the wrists. Soften the chest, down to the stomach, the hips, and all the way down both legs. And then just noticing how present you feel in your body. Seeing if you can keep your awareness in how your body feels at this exact moment. And then gently blink the eyes open. Releasing the hands, you're going to start to just circle the wrists. And we're going to do this nice and slow. So really big circles round, nice and slow. And then when you're ready, the hands are going to come either side of the body. And then on the inhale, you're going to take the arms up in line with the shoulders. And then on the exhale, you're going to take them in front of the body and bring the palms together with the arms straight. And then on the inhale, the arms are going to go to the sky. And then on the exhale, they're going to come down towards the floor. So we're going to do 4 breaths with 1 circle of movement. So on the inhale, the arms come in line with the shoulders. Exhale, the palms together. Inhale, palms to the sky. Exhale, hands down towards the earth. See if you can keep the eyes closed while you do this. Inhale, arms in line with the shoulders. Exhale, palms to touch. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, arms either side of the body. 2 more rounds of this. Inhale, arms in line with the shoulders. Exhale, palms to touch. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, just drop the arms either side of the body towards the floor. And then last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms together in front. Inhale, palms towards the sky. And then exhale, just let the arms fall either side of the body. Keep the eyes closed for a second. Start to feel any energy in the arms as you start to move different parts of the body. And then gently blinking the eyes open. You're going to roll forward onto your hands and knees. So coming into a tabletop position with the hands directly under the shoulders and the knees directly under the hips. And then for now, we're just going to start to place that left leg behind you. So straightening the left leg behind you. And then just starting to bounce the body forward and back. Starting to feel a stretch in the back and left leg. And then push the heel back. And then hold there and just close the eyes. Just breathe 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, pushing into the ground with the hands. Really push that left heel back as much as you can. Start to stretch it far. The deeper you breathe, the more we'll release into that muscle. So really breathe in deeply here. And then exhale. On the next exhale, bring the left knee back to the ground and straighten the right leg. Again, bounce the body forward and back for a second. And then when you're ready, right heel's going to push back and you're going to hold. So find the point where you get a bit of stretch back of the right palm. And then when you've got that, you're going to close the eyes and just hold 3 deep breaths. Push that heel back, push the hands into the air so the body comes up a little bit. And then gently placing that right knee back to meet the left knee. Again, coming into tabletop position, and we're just going to put the put the bum back onto the heels and come into child pose. Option here to do it in supported child pose. So if you're going to do that, we're going to get the cushions down the mat so that when we come to lay down, our front of our body is supported. So we want the knees wide in child's pose and the heels together. The bum comes back to the heels, cushions in front of us, and then just walking the hands down the cushions with the right cheek into the mat to start with. If this hits the neck, then feel free to do it on the left. And just find a place where you can really surrender the chest towards the ground. Hold here and close down the eyes. And then we're going to hold here for 5 deep breaths. So really finding a place of comfort. With every exhale out, just let the chest surrender a little bit more into the cushions in front. Notice if the mind's starting to wander, just bring the awareness back to child's pose. And then option if your right cheek is into the cushions or the mat. Option to lift the head gently and just change to the other side, just to make sure that we're equal on each side. Again, remembering with every exhale to just let the chest surrender a little bit further into the pose. And then only when you're ready, after the next exhale, very gently using the hands, you're going to walk yourself back up. And then just for now, just going to keep the cushions handy, but just move them to one side. Meaning is if you can roll over onto the bum and release the legs in front of you. And we're going to come to some stretches for the legs from a seated position. So we're going to do some more passive poses towards the end of the practice. But for now, we're just going to see if we can use gravity with some forward fold. So getting any props that you need to. Again, you can bring a belt if you need to, or even a top or jumper, and you can just use that as a belt as well. So for now, we're going to just place the feet out in front of us. So nice straight legs. If you can't straighten the legs, then just prop a cushion on the back of the knees so that when the legs are in contact with the cushion at the back of the knees, they're still supported by something or the cushion or the earth. And then I want you to see if you can lift the flesh of the sitting bones. So just going to bring yourself off the flesh of the sitting bones so that the bony part is onto the ground. And then again, coming back to the restorative aspect of the class, making sure that the legs are nice and heavy, proper cushion underneath if you need to. Feet are about hip width distance, so just a small space in between the feet. And then you're going to see if you've got a belt, use a belt or a strap. You're going to see if you can wrap that around the left foot. And then on the inhale, you're going to see if you can pull that flex that left foot, and then take the spine so it's nice and tall. So we want a long spine up towards the sky. And then you're going to see if you can hinge at the hips and just fold forward. Now you might not need to go very far, and it's just go a couple of inches, and then I can feel the back of my left leg. When you get to that point where you feel as if there's a stretch in the back of the left leg, you're going to tuck the chin, and you're just going to surrender the chest a little bit closer towards that left leg. If you've got the strap, you can just continue to pull that as if you're trying to pull the face a little bit closer towards the left foot. Releasing deeply into that left leg. Hold here for 2 deep breaths. Remember to breathe as much as you can in through the nose and out through the nose. And then after the next exhale, gently bringing the body back, and then just changing the strap onto the right foot. So again, flexing that right foot this time, feeling that stretch in the back of the right leg, lengthening the spine so that from the hips, you can hinge forward from the hips rather than rounding in the back. We want a nice straight back, and then take the back forward with a straight spine. Again, find that point where the back of the right leg feels as if it's getting stretched, and then gently tuck the chin. And see if you can sit with the tension rather than running away from it or ignoring it. See if you can just sit with that tension in the back of the right leg and start to breathe. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. And then very gently back up. And then you're going to see if you can put the strap around both feet. Again, if you've not got a strap, then just do exactly the same, but without the strap, we're just still getting a forward fold to the back of the legs. If you've got a strap, just making sure you've got enough tension so that the feet kind of still apart. And then with a straight spine, again, fold forward, finding that point where you get a stretch the back of the legs, lift up the chin. Softening the hands if you can, resting on the legs or the pillow. And just let the chest fall a little bit forward with every breath. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out. 2 more deep breaths here. See if you can get that chest a little bit closer towards the top of the thighs. Use the straps to kind of bring the chest forward in the straight spine. And then after the next exhale, when you're ready, gently coming back up, releasing the belt to the side just for now. And then just releasing any cushions that are behind the back of the knees. And then for now, we're going to start to see if we can straighten the right leg out and then bring the left leg in. Now, option with the left leg, you can have the left foot in the mat, if that's okay for you. Or you can put the left sole of the foot on the inner of the right thigh, just let it fall out to the side. Either way, what we're going to do is take the arms towards the sky, and then you're going to rotate the body to the right. Go as far as you can until you feel as if you're getting a stretch, and then just let the hands fall. So you might be able to twist all the way, look over the right shoulder, or you might just be kind of, so the torso is twisted a little bit towards the right. Just honouring what your body needs right now, just seeing if you can feel that twist in the middle of the body and the side body, but also the back of the right leg. Holding there, closing the eyes and breathing here, 2 deep breaths. One more deep breath. And then when you're ready, just bringing the arms back up towards the sky and then twist the arms the opposite way and then letting the arms fall. So you might twist a little bit further this way. Looking over the left shoulder if you can. Remembering to breathe and sit up straight with a nice spine. One more deep breath here. And then very slowly when you're ready, moving out of the pose nice and slow. Gently bringing both knees up. And then for now, just kind of rocking the knees from side to side. Just starting to get the blood flow back into the hips and the legs. And then when you're ready, you're going to straighten the left leg. Right foot again comes up, or option to let the knee fall out to the side, whichever works for your body. And then again, taking the arms up on the inhale. And then on the exhale, taking the body, let's twist the body to the right this time. Hands are going to drop towards the ground. And look over the right shoulder if you can. Hold here for 2 breaths. In and out. And then on the next exhale, take the arms to the sky and let's twist the opposite way. Drop the hands wherever feels right. Try not to pull the body too far. Just push it where it needs to go and then look over the left shoulder. And then after the next exhale, you're going to use the hands very slowly to come out of the pose. And then gently straightening both legs. Then just start to slap the thighs. So bringing up any energy that's come out in the legs, the front and the back of the thighs. And then the calves as well. And then we're going to set up for the more restorative part of the pose. So the part where we're just completely surrendered to the earth. So if you need to take a drink or get any blankets or anything, or even turn the lights off, then feel free to do so. You're going to come back, laying onto the back with a nice straight spine, as straight as you can. Again, I quite find it quite useful to just walk my shoulders away from my ears. So I create a little bit more space in the back of the neck. And then walk the hips a little bit further away from the body, the upper body. And then again, option, if you've got a strap, you're going to have that handy. If not, don't worry. And then you're going to straighten the left leg. So the left leg's going to go down the mat. And you're going to take the right leg to the sky. You're going to hook the bottom of the right foot onto the belt. If you've got a top, you can just hook it onto there as well. If not, then you're just going to straighten that right leg and just grab hold of the top of the right thigh. If you've got the strap, then you're going to straighten the right leg as much as you can. And then you're going to find a place where the back of the right leg is having it feels as if you can feel that tension, the stretch. Make sure the shoulders are on the ground. The neck and the head are completely surrendered to the earth as well. We don't want them off the ground. We want them to be completely heavy. And then we're just going to start to tick-tock the leg. So we're going to use the breath. On the inhale, you're going to take the right leg towards the left. And then on the exhale, you're going to take it to the right. So just start to do this at your own pace, left and right. Little small movements here, I can really feel it in the back of my right leg. So maybe you can take it all the way to the left and to the right, or maybe just little movements. Start to be a little bit curious about your body. Where's your body holding the tension? Where do you need to slowly move through with the breath? And remember to use the breath, tick-tocking the foot to the left on the inhale, and then to the right on the exhale. Close the eyes and just bring your awareness to what we're doing here. We're moving through tension with the breath. So breaking down them walls of tension with the breath, deep in on the inhale and deep on the exhale. And then option to let the foot go to the left and just hold there for a second. And as you hold with that tension, notice if the forehead is tense, just relax. Notice if the jaw is tense, just soften. Come back to the breath and just acknowledge that the longer we hold the breath, the deeper a sense of relaxation we'll get. Hold the stretch. Continue with the breath. Let the back of the body be completely heavy. And then gently bringing that right foot back up to center. And then this time you're going to bend the knee, you're going to release the strap. And then you're just going to place that right foot back towards the sky and just start to circle the right ankle. Start to feel any change of the energy flow as the legs are in an inversion. And then gently placing that, bending the right knee. You're going to place the left hand on the right knee. And then let right knee fall over to the left. Right arm's going to come out. So we're in a twist here, but with the left leg straight. The right knee is coming over the left side of the body. And just feeling that deeper stretch down the side of the right body. You can pop a pillow under the right knee if you need to. And then just hold here and breathe for 3 deep breaths. Reminding your body that it's safe. Reminding your body that you're keeping it healthy and rested. 1 more deep breath here. And then on the exhale, let the body come back onto the spine. And then gently start to bring both knees to the chest. And just start to rock from side to side. Let the right leg go straight down the mat this time. So nice and straight down the mat with the right leg. Left leg up towards the sky. Get the strap to the bottom of the left leg, left foot. And then straighten. Or just straight leg, hold it onto the front of the left thigh. And then again, let's start to tick-tock. So this time we're going to tick-tock. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. And try and let your shoulders be heavy to the mat. And just start to feel into the pose. So close the eyes and just start to move with the breath left to right. Notice any stories that your mind's making up now, saying it can't do the pose, it needs to go to the next pose, or the tension's too tight. Just try and just remind your body that any tension in your body can be softened with the breath. Sit with the tension, breathe through the tension, and just start to feel the body release anything you're holding on to. And then option, if it feels right, to let the left leg fall a little bit more over to the right, and just hold there and breathe. If you feel really deep tension in the legs, then just silently repeating yourself the mantra in your mind, my left leg completely relaxes. My left leg completely relaxes. Using the breath. If we forget to breathe, we're not going to last long in the pose because the mind's going to want to take us out. So remembering to breathe in and out through the nose. And then only when you're ready, releasing the knee, bending the knee, taking the strap away from the body, and then just straightening and releasing, circling them ankles. And then this time, gently putting the feet into the ground. Again, let's lift the hips off the ground and let's just slide the hands on the back of the hips. Coming into supported bridge, close down the eyes and just start to let the hips be a little bit heavy with every exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. So with every inhale, take in fresh energy. And with every exhale, just let the hips surrender a little bit further. And then again, only when you're ready, absolutely no rush. You're going to lift the hips and remove the hands. And then we're going to work our way into reverse pigeon. So if you know in reverse pigeon, then go ahead and walk yourself into it at your own pace. You're going to straighten the right leg, and then you're going to place the right foot on the left knee. And for now, let's just start to bounce that right knee away from us. Start to notice what's happening in the right hip. And then you're going to walk that left foot a little bit closer towards the ball. And then hop that left foot off the ground. Taking the hands behind the back of the left leg, back of the left thigh. Placing the shoulders back down onto the mat. And for now, we're just going to pause here. Just let the breath return to normal for a second and just start to notice what's happening in the right hip. And then we're going to use the breath to go a little bit further into pigeon. So taking a deep breath in through the nose. Holding the breath at the top. And then on the exhale, you're going to bring that left leg a little bit closer with the hands. So we're really slowing down the movement and slowing down the mind here. We're going to do that with the breath. So we're taking a deep breath in through the nose. At the top of the breath, just hold the breath. Let that oxygen sink into every part of the body. And then on the exhale, bring that leg a little bit closer. Inhaling. Exhale, bring it closer. I'm going to leave you here for about a minute. So really connecting with the pose at your own pace. You need to take any adjustments or rock the hips from side to side, feel free to do so. Make sure that the eyes are closed and the forehead's heavy. And with every breath, just bring that leg a little bit closer towards the chest. Mantras can be really useful if the mind starts to wander. So focusing on the breath and just silently repeating to yourself in your mind, my right hip completely surrenders. Push past any temptation to start to believe the stories the mind's telling you right now. Just come back to the breath, come back to the pose, and come back to feeling the pose in every part of the body. Creating a little bit more space with the last few breaths. Bringing that leg as close as you can, using the breath. And then after the next exhale, just gently let the arms slide away from that left leg and let the left foot fall towards the ground. And then before we release the right leg, just let it stay there for a second. Place the hands on the belly button. Just notice what's happening in the left leg and the right leg. Any changes in the energy. And then we're going to go straight into a twist on the right side of the hip. So you're going to keep the right foot on the left knee, and you're going to let your right foot fall to the right. And then again, you're going to look to the right and let the arms come out and just start to notice if that feels a little bit looser than it did before. Just going to hold here for a few breaths. So just starting to let the legs fall to the left. Take 2 deep breaths. And then only when you're ready, head back to the sky, lifting the legs up. And then again, hugging the knees in, giving yourself a massive hug with the knees, the hands around the knees. And then right foot goes down, left foot goes on top of right, and we set up on the opposite side. We hop the right foot closer towards the bum. And then we hop the leg up so we can grab the back of the right leg. Again, for a second, just pause here. Make sure the back of the head, the neck, and the shoulders are nice and heavy. And just notice what's happening in the body. And then extending the breath, taking a deep breath in. Holding the breath at the top. See if you can hold the breath with the stomach, not the throat. And then exhale, bring that right leg a little bit closer towards the chest. using the breath. And if you need to use a mantra, my left hip completely surrenders. Again, holding here for a while, so just focus in with your breath. Acknowledge that the mind will try and make us wander away from the pose. Just a reminder the body you're safe by continuing to sit with the pose, sit with the breath, and just sit with any tension that comes up in the hips. Create a little bit more space with every breath. Taking the last few moments of rest and restore from this pose with the breath. And then only when you're ready, letting the arms slide away from the right leg, letting the right foot drop down, and then again straight onto a twist on the opposite side. So letting the left foot stay on the right knee, and just let the left foot fall to the right as much as it can. Look to the left, and just notice if it's any freer on that left hip as you take that twist. Hold here for 2 breaths. Deep inhalation and exhalation, in and out through the nose. Then only when you're ready on the exhale, bring the knees back to center. Take the knees above the chest and just start to rock from side to side, but nice and slow. So slowly over to the left on the inhale, and then slowly over to the right on the exhale. Slowly to the left, slowly to the right. Slow down the movement, slow down the breath, and we'll slow down the mind. And then when you're ready, gently placing the feet back down to the mat. Again, walking the feet away from each other like we did at the start of class, and letting the knees fall into center. And this time I want you to take your hands towards the sky, and then you're going to bend the elbows and let the hands fall either side of the head. So a bit like cactus arms. If that's uncomfortable, you can place a cushion under the back of the shoulders or the elbows if you need to, or you can place the hands in line with the chest. And we're going to do a pranayama exercise here before we go into relaxation. So finding a comfortable space, if you need to kind of make any adjustments that you need to, so the body can completely relax. Close down the eyes. Then you're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. And then on the exhale, just sigh it out. Inhale in. Exhale, sigh. This time you're going to take a deep breath in for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold the breath at the top. And then we're going to slowly exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then at the end of the exhale, just pause and suspend the breath. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. As you hold the breath at the top, let the back of the body be completely heavy. Exhale out through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just pause with a suspended breath. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath at the top. Resist any urge to breathe out. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just pause, suspend the breath. And then option to stay there if that's really comfortable for you, or option to go into traditional Shavasana. Using a cushion under the back of the knees to help you relax. Straighten the legs down the mat. Feet in mat width distance with the knees pointed out. Arms either side of the body. Just walk the hands away from the body so the shoulders get a bit of a release as well. Palms are faced up towards the sky. And if you need to here, you can place a cushion wherever you need to. At the back of the elbows is quite a nice place. At the back of the knees. Or maybe get a blanket or socks or anything that you need to just completely relax. And then in Shavasana this evening, we're going to work with the concept of surrender. So with the eyes closed, I want you to just think of what comes up for you when you think of the word surrender. When you think of how easy or difficult it is for you to just let go. Just be in the present moment. Accept what is. And sit with any emotions that come up. Then using a visualization this evening, I want you to notice in the body where you feel tension. That can be pain or discomfort or aches, or it can even be a part of the body where you feel as if the energy is just still firing up. It still wants to do something, the muscles want to work. Wherever that is in your body, just pick up one place and just starting to visualize a bright blue pool of water, wherever that point is in the body. Crystal clear water. Starting to visualize the water moving, softening each muscle, ligaments, bones, the blood flow. And then start to imagine that pool of water getting a little bit bigger. Whatever part of the body you're visualizing it on, starting to expand, starting to get bigger and bigger until the whole body feels as if it's filled with this quality of bright blue, crystal clear water. And as you visualize that water, just know that there is no option for you but to surrender. To just let whatever happens in the body right now just happen. To give your body the chance to pause and feel that healing quality of the bright blue visualized water. And then I'm going to repeat some mantras out loud, and I want you to just start to let the words echo throughout the body. So try and feel them with your heart instead of thinking about what they resonate with you. Just let them subconsciously enter the body as you just lay in a completely relaxed state. There's nothing for you to do, not nowhere for you to go. Just starting to let the mantra sink in on a deeper level. My body is completely relaxed. I give my body permission to stop, relax, and restore. I can feel my body healing on a cellular level. I honor what my body needs. I push past any resistance to healing. I am open-minded to what makes my body feel healed and rested. I know I have the power in me to find a place of inner peace. I know I have the power in me to feel fully healed. My body feels completely surrendered to the air. My body is heavy. I feel the pose with my heart. I feel the breath gently enter and leave the body. I give myself permission to surrender. I have the power in me to fully rest and restore my body. I sit with any emotions that come up. I feel any tension in my body slowly drift away. Starting to come back to the visualization of the crystal clear blue water. Starting to visualize the body laying on some warm sand. Just notice what colour the sand is for you in your awareness, in your imagination. What temperature is the sand? What noises can you hear around you? Can you let the body sink a little bit more into that sand? Feeling the healing qualities of the heat, any water around you. Starting to visualize the warming quality of the sun in the sky, just coming down onto the forehead, the face, the front of the body. And then just taking whatever it is that you need from relaxation right now. So whatever you need to let go of. Just let yourself be completely still. Let the body be still, let the mind be still. And the back of the shoulders sink a little bit more into the air. Let the back of the hips sink a little bit further. And then staying completely still with the body, I want you to start to lengthen the inhale through the nose, filling the belly and the lungs with air. And then as you exhale through the nose, just let the body be heavy. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, just let the body be heavy. This time we're going to inhale through the nose. Then you're going to open the mouth and just let the breath come out the mouth. Sighs are welcome. And again, inhale in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then start to make fists with the hands. Really scrunch up the hands, squeeze them as tight as you can, and then release. And again, scrunch up the hands, squeeze them nice and tight, and then release. And then start to rock the head from side to side. Noticing any quality in the body of relaxation that you feel now, and just making the intention and bringing your awareness to the fact that you can take this relaxation feeling with you anywhere you go, because it's something that you've created. And then rolling onto your left side, tucking yourself up into a little ball. Just staying there for a moment. And then only when you're ready, using the hands to push yourself back up to a seated position. Keeping the eyes closed if you can. And then finding a long straight spine again. So again, cross-legged or legs in front, whatever's better, but making sure that the torso is nice and long. The hands are onto the knees, but we're going to place the palms face down this time. To close the practice, we want to feel nice and grounded. So palms face down, close down the eyes, drop the shoulders away from the ears. And just start to tuck the chin to the chest. Let the back of the neck be heavy. And then letting the left ear roll to the left shoulder. Take the head all the way back, and then the right ear to right shoulder, and then chin to chest. One more big circle, and then gently back up to center. And then taking the hand in front of you, you're going to imagine that you've got hold. Imagine you've got hold of a ball, so kind of a football or a little bit bigger. Close down the eyes and just start to bring the palms together, but don't let them touch. And then take the palms away from each other. Again, close the eyes if you can. Bring the palms together, but don't let them touch. And then take them away. Inhale, palms together, not touching. And then exhale away. And then as you inhale, let the palms come close, but don't touch. And then on the exhale, you're going to take your arms all the way out so that the arms are straight. And then again, hands together, close, but don't touch. And then exhale, the arms go straight. Inhale together. Exhale straight. This time we're going to hold. So on the inhale, bring the hands close together, not touching. Hold the breath on the inhale and just hold the hands where they are. And then as you exhale, start to lengthen the arms out, straighten the arms either side. And then at the end of the exhale, just hold the arms, hold the breath. And then on the next breath, you're going to bring the arms in front of you. Place the right hand on the middle of the chest and the left hand on the belly button. And start to feel the energy you just created coming right back into the body. Keep the eyes closed and just start to reflect on what you've done in the last hour. The dedication it can take to spend an hour of your day in stillness and silence. As you start to lengthen the breath, you start to feel the breath move through the body. And then as you exhale, just feel the body. And then gently letting the palms come to touch your front of the body. Pushing the thumb into the the thumb into the chest bone. And then hands at prayer. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Sitting up nice and tall. And then with the eyes closed, I'm going to give you the option here to pick one mantra. Something which you really, if you had the choice, you could change straight now, whether it's your energy, whether it's your emotional, physical, and mental health. And I want you to make a mantra in your mind which makes that achievable. So, for example, if I was thinking that I want to relax more, my mantra would be, I am relaxed. So just thinking the first thing that comes to your mind and just create that mantra for yourself, and then see if you can go to bed this evening repeating that mantra to yourself over and over until you fall asleep. Gently blinking the eyes open. Bringing the hands at prayer to the third eye and the forehead. And just down into the practice and to each other. And as always, immense gratitude from me for letting me do the practice. Namaste. Taking it nice and easy after that practice, drinking lots of water, and seeing if you can just sit with any feelings of relaxation that come up so that you can have a nice sleep this evening.